Sports.
Last night, Peter Borges became the latest walk-off hero as he delivered the bases-loaded knock that moved the Halos to within 3.5 games of Texas. Tonight, Jared Weaver and the Angels go for the 2-game sweep. Nice walk-off win last night by the Angels. 5 consecutive victories. And that's right, Jared Weaver towing the slab as the Angels go for the quick 2-game sweep. Of course, what's going on in Texas? That's what's going on. A 13-1 drubbing as the Red Sox lead Texas. That game now in the top of the 8th inning, so the Angels with an opportunity to pick up another game. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubza. Yesterday, we both had the opportunity, as did you, to watch Jared Weaver sign his contract. 5 years, $85 million to be the ace of this ball club for the next 5 seasons. And tonight, on Nick Adenhart's birthday, gets the opportunity to go for the series sweep against the Pale Hose.
Yeah, Victor, how happy is he right now? Get an opportunity to go out there on Nick Adenhart's birthday to be able to serve his memory well as usual. And, of course, what he's done throughout his entire career as an Angel. He's going to be here for a long time. It's a 78-45 career mark, the good ERA. But what he's done at home also has been outstanding. He's got an ERA under 2 this season, pitching at the Big A. The guy's stuff is outstanding. Telling us yesterday his ability to change speeds on all his pitches and keeps learning each and every day from other guys on the team or other guys around baseball because he's absorbing that. He's a sponge. That's why he gets that much better each and every time. His stuff is outstanding. Look for him to put together another great outing against the White Sox, a team that he's completely dominated throughout his career.
We've tried to get some run support last night. They did it in grand fashion in the bottom of the 9th inning. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by Hyundai. Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-in Value Guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. By CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. And by Powerade Ion 4. Focus, hustle, hydrate, believe. Back out here at the Big A. Game number 130 for the Angels on the season. 11 games over 500 with a 70-59 record. A perfect night for baseball, and a perfect night to be 2.5 back at the end of the night.
That'd be a really good, perfect night.
Absolutely. Texas will be taking on Boston again tomorrow night as the Angels fly to Texas to begin a 3-game series that starts on Friday night. It's a 7-game road trip, 3 at Texas over the weekend, then 4 in Seattle, which begins on Monday. Texas will host the Angels for 3, and then they will host, all of a sudden, the hot Tampa Bay Rays, who will be going to Arlington for a 3-game series before Texas has to head back out on the road to take on the Red Sox and the Rays next weekend.
And Tampa always can throw out a great arm. They have an outstanding starting rotation, so it's not an easy task to score any runs against them. They are creative as far as the way they score. Should be a big test once again for the Rangers, who are struggling right now to get people out.
Let's take a look at Ozzie Guillen's lineup. The White Sox at 63 and 64, 6.5 back at the start of the day behind the Tigers. Have the same lineup they ran out last night. Pierre in left, De Aza in right. Konerko picked up career hit number 2,000 last night, and it proved to be a pretty crucial one, which tied the game in the 8th inning. He's the DH. Alex Rios is in center. Alexi Ramirez is the shortstop. Adam Dunn at first. Tyler Flowers back behind the plate. Brent Morel is at third base, and Gordon Beckham will bat ninth and play second base. Taking on Jared Weaver with a 14-6 record and a sparkling 2.10 ERA.
And he's throwing the ball so well against the White Sox. We've talked about his repertoire every time he takes that mound as far as 5 quality pitches, but 5-2 in his career against the White Sox with a 1.81 ERA, 52 punch-outs in 54 2/3 innings pitched against the White Sox. Get them to chase that curveball and changeup, and then he tries to go upstairs with the fastball.
Take a look at the defense that will be playing behind Jared. The Home Depot doing more on defense. Vernon Wells is in left. Peter Borges in center. Torrey Hunter in right. In the infield, it's Alberto Callaspo, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Mark Trumbo around from third to first. And Jeff Mathis back behind the plate.
And just like you see from Ervin Santana, Jared Weaver, known more when he first came up as a guy who would get a lot of fly balls and strikeouts, but a lot of ground balls away. And Callaspo has been outstanding at that third base position his last 32 ball games. Get himself in position and a quality throw across to first base.
This will be the first start for Mathis behind the plate since Thursday, and as is customary before every start, Jared, after his warm-up pitches, does a little stretching. And in memory of his good friend Nick Adenhart, who would have been celebrating his 25th birthday today, the NA on the back of the mound. Juan Pierre to lead things off. Takes a strike. Pierre went 1 for 4 last night, overall hitting .284. A couple of home runs, 40 runs batted in. Callaspo playing in on the grass at third base as Pierre lifts one in the air to left. Vernon a couple of steps to his left will make the catch. One left fielder retires the other for the first out of the game.
It was good to keep Pierre off the bases too. Pretty good success against Weave. One of the few guys in the lineup that's had some good swings against him. 385. Gets a routine fly ball to left field though.
Brings up Alejandro De Aza, the right fielder. With a 2 for 4 game last night. Takes a fastball down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. De Aza hitting .316. Getting some action in the outfield with Carlos Quinton nursing a sprained AC joint in his left shoulder, which happened on Saturday against Texas. That's why De Aza is getting some playing time. Quinton not on the DL. He's day-to-day as most of us are. A.J. Brzezinski is on the DL. He's rehabbing with the team. That's why Tyler Flowers has been getting the starts behind the plate. The left wrist and cast. De Aza takes a strike, and it's 1-2.
And that's that fastball that Jared Weaver learned playing catch with Scott Shield. 2-seam / no-seam fastball that has a good running action in off the corner and then catches the corner, gets a left-handed batter.
Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Weave's coming off a no decision. Gave up 1 run. It was earned on 6 hits in 7 innings against the Texas Rangers. Struck out 5 and walked 1 in that start. Looking for his first win since July 26th at Progressive Field in Cleveland. As that pitch sails up and in. Full count. The overall numbers against Texas in that last start through 116 pitches. Pretty much the norm for him as he walks De Aza here with 1 out in the first.
Right through that 2-seam fastball once again inside, but a little bit too high and out of the strike zone. Caught the corner, but it was above the letters. De Aza, a guy that will try to run. Weaver, one of the best pickoff moves, 6 pickoffs this year. 5 at first, 1 at second.
There's Paul Konerko. Became the 13th White Sox player to collect his 2,000th hit. This is his only hit of the game. Picked up an RBI, his 86th of the season. Swinging through that one. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Konerko trying to become one of those players with 400 home runs and 2,000 hits as far as active players are concerned. He's got 393 career home runs. He would become the 6th active player with those numbers. Breaking pitch in dirt. Nice block by Mathis. 1-1. He would join Alex Rodriguez, Albert Pujols, Chipper Jones, Vladimir Guerrero, and Jim Thome. It's a pretty good class.
Yeah, no question. And he's gotten better as far as his approach to the plate and more consistent with the batting average as his years in the big leagues have progressed. Generally, it goes the other way around. Hits the ball well the other way. He certainly has had his trouble against Weave. 1 for 17 in his career. Weave would love to get a ground ball here, especially the way Konerko's run and not running real well. It'd be a double play.
Nice breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. De Aza with pretty decent speed. It's an all right lead at first base. Konerko takes inside. Snap throw to first. Even though Trumbo gets a quick tag down, De Aza gets the hand just in there ahead of the tag, so it's 2-2 now. A game in Texas now, the bottom of the 8th, still 13-1 Red Sox. Well, who would have thunk it? Last 2 games for Boston against Texas, who had not defeated the Texas Rangers up until last night. And all of a sudden, the offense coming to life.
Yeah, they haven't even scored against, the Rangers pitching staff, the Red Sox. But certainly these last 2 games, that hasn't been the case for sure.
Yep. Last night, Colby Lewis giving it up. Today was Matt Harrison, the left-hander. Long pause for Weaver, the 2-2. Konerko strikes out, swinging for out number 2. First strike out of the night for Jared. Kind of a defensive swing by Konerko.
Boy, a fastball. He's looking something off speed. Trying to protect against his 4-seam fastball. But right down the heart of the plate by him. Don't see that too often with Konerko, but he has struggled. We mentioned that now 1 for 18 against Jared Weaver.
So 2 outs and a man at first for Alex Rios, guy who likes to swing early in the count. He went 1 for 4 last night, picking up a double, his 21st of the year. Makes a breaking ball for his shot. Rios a .214 average this year, 8 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Chicago thinking that they had gotten Rios turned around after acquiring him from the Blue Jays in 09. That's a strike on the corner. It's 0-2. Ended up hitting .284 last year for Chicago. 21 home runs and 88 runs batted in. And he has changed his stance once again. When he was going good last year, remember he had those hands down low, kind of like Konerko does now. He's changed his stance a little bit and he's back to what he used to be doing with Toronto. He's fouled straight back.
A little Cal Ripken. Remember Cal Ripken used to change his stance. It seemed to be every other game.
Bat.
Yeah. But he had a few hits.
Did he have a name for every stance, too?
I'm sure. There's no question. It was unbelievable. He could be in a pretty good hitting streak and still would change it if he didn't feel comfortable by hitting the ball well.
This one's fouled off. I remember the one he had on his right shoulder where he kind of call it, I think it was called the violin, where he would just move the bat back and forth.
Yeah, his approach, though, always was in early, late away. Kind of like you see with Michael Young, Alan Trammell, same type of approach. Well, some kind of player. And he played every day, forever.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch again. Breaking ball, missing low. That's a ball and 2 strikes. White Sox last night picking up 4 runs on 9 hits. Jordan Walden picked up the win in relief. But what a nice 9th inning. Kind of got overshadowed with the walk-off win, but how good did Jordan look last night with the breaking pitches especially. Now 4-3. Rios skies this one foul. And count remains at 1-2.
Well,
Veteran umpiring crew as Larry Vanover calls the balls and strikes. Brian Gorman is at first. Dan Bellino at second. Tony Randazzo is over at third.
Well, you mentioned Jordan Walden, the way he threw that slider last night. I talked to Mike Butcher about that before the game, and he was ecstatic at his mechanics as far as not trying to force that slider through. Probably his best slider he's thrown at any time at the major league level, and a very good changeup too.
Breaking pitch pulled foul. 20 pitches thrown by Weave here in the first. And as we pointed out, he's a guy that traditionally will work 100, well, north of 100. His only start at which he did not get to 100 pitches was that one game that he blew up on at Toronto. His first start after the suspension. Threw 94 pitches in 4 2/3, giving up those 8 runs. De Aza back. White Sox doing a little scoreboard watching themselves as they find themselves 6.5 back of the Tigers. Cleveland lost today. Tigers and the Rays are still tied in the bottom of the 10th at the Trop. That game tied at 2. One-two pitch. Ground ball foul.
Another off-speed pitch. May go up the ladder now with a fastball in the inner half. Time you see a hitter out in front like that, he's going to be looking away for something off-speed. Then you can challenge him up and in.
Eight pitches thrown to Rios so far. It's still a 1-2 count. Weaver with 1 walk, 1 strikeout here in the first. Fastball upstairs. De Aza goes. A throw down from Mathis is in time. Alejandro De Aza gunned down for the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Peter Borges, Alberto Castro, and Bobby Abreu to face Zach Stewart with no score. by Jeff Mathis to gun down Alejandro De Aza. We'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for tonight's game. Peter Bourjos leading things off in center. Alberto Callas was the third baseman. Bobby Abreu, the DH. Torrey Hunter back in the cleanup spot in right field. Mark Trumbo at first base. Howie Kendrick at second. Vernon Wells is at left. Eric Ibar, the shortstop, and Jeff Mathis batting ninth. And doing the catching, taking on the 24-year-old from Wichita Falls, Texas, by the name of Zach Stewart.
Yeah, Zach Stewart's a guy that works down in the strike zone very well, creates a good arm angle. 90 to 93 range on the fastball, sinks it very well. Good curveball, slider, developing changeup also.
The first pitch is in for a strike. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
A little Skid Row for you tonight, Victor. Youth going wild. No question, Peter Bourjos has been a big igniter too as far as the ability to score runs. 22 runs scored in his last 25 ball games. Able to hit the ball out of the ballpark, a 9-game hit streak. All the other young players on the team, including in the lineup today, Mark Trumbo.
Breaking pitch, caught the inside corner.
Mark with that 23 home runs, 69 RBI for Trumbo.
Big Sebastian Bach guy?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, no question.
Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Peter Bourjos. But 1 for 4 yesterday. That won the game winner and extended his hitting streak to 9 games. Average of 285, 8 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Takes a called strike 3 on a fastball for the first out. Let's take a look at the defense for the White Sox. Pierre and left, Rios in center. De Aza is in right field. Burrell, Ramirez, Beckham, and Dunn around the infield from third to first with Flowers doing the catching.
De Aza, we saw him last time with that arm strength in the right field position. They feel, White Sox people, that he's eventually going to settle in as a center fielder with very good range and a very accurate arm in the outfield.
Here's Alberto Callas, who pinch hit last night. Got a big hit for the Angels. 9th inning single to left field. They put runners at second and third with 1 out. This is chopper off the plate. Stewart has it. 2 outs. 2 very quick outs for Zach Stewart. 7 pitches so far. Bobby Abreu will come to the plate. Stewart acquired from the Toronto Blue Jays end of July. Part of the Edwin Jackson deal. Martin also going to the Blue Jays to Stewart, who originally was in the Reds system as a 3rd-round pick in 2008. So the young man's already been traded twice. The first trade from Cincinnati to Toronto was that Scott Rowland trade. Bobby shows bunt, takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
He creates a good arm angle to be able to hit his spots with his fastball. Seen so far 91, 90. 2 years ago, the #1 rated prospect in the Blue Jay organization.
No balls and 2 strikes. Kind of reminds me a little bit, just from his motion, of Josh Tomlin of the Cleveland Indians. Compact, similar type of delivery.
Spots always pitches well. Not necessarily an overpowering pitch or a go-to strikeout pitch, but hits the spots well.
Just missed off the plate, and it's 1-2. Saw Bobby's overall numbers at 251 after the 0-for-4 night last night. Tough time against Mark Buehrle. Breaking pitch toward the middle. Beckham to his right has it. Low throw, and it's dug out by Dunn. The Angels go down in order here in the first. 1 complete. We have no score.
Angels baseball is brought to you by AT&T, by your Southern California Toyota dealers, and by Jack in the Box. Come try the new Jumbo Breakfast Platter for just $2.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Scoreless here in the top of the second inning. Jared Weaver getting some defensive help. Jeff Mathis gunning down Alejandro De Aza. And that first inning means Alex Rios comes back to the plate. Rios, Ramirez, and Dunn. 4, 5, and 6 for Chicago, who has played better out on the road this year than they have out at home. 29 and 36 at the Cell. 34 and 28 away from the Windy City. One ball, one strike.
It's kind of odd, too, when you look at their lineup and the power they have in their lineup. That's a great field to hit home runs. You think you'd have an opportunity to win a majority of your games at home because of all that power they have in their lineup. Doing much better on the road, though.
Power being supplied by Konerko and Quinton. Quinton with 24 home runs as Rios fouls this one back. Konerko with 28. Alexi Ramirez with 13. But the biggest question going into the offseason, we touched on it a little bit last night, at least for the White Sox, should they not make the postseason? Rios lays off. It's 2-2. It's what do the White Sox do? What does Kenny Williams do with Ozzie Guillen, a guy who potentially could be a free agent, more than likely will be a free agent, although it seems like Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner, one of the most loyal owners in all of baseball, as Rios goes down swinging, will more than likely bring him back just because that's the type of guy that he is. He believes in the job that Ozzie's done. I'm sure he'll get the input from Kenny Williams.
Yeah, you touched on that word loyal. There's no question about it.
FoxSportsWest.com/Angels. There's the results of the poll question. Tigers at 77% in the American League Central. We're talking about the American League Central with the White Sox. Game in the bottom of the 10th in Tampa. Tigers and Rays tied at 2. Ramirez swinging first pitch, looping it out towards shallow left field. Ibar can't get there, and it's a base hit off the end of the bat. Second base runner of the game for Chicago.
And get back to Ozzie, I would think they would keep him around. I mean, he's been successful, won a world championship. They've always been battling at least for an opportunity to get back to the postseason, and he gives them an identity also. You think of the White Sox, you think of Ozzie and his occasional fun press conferences after the game, but he has a passion for the game that not many managers have.
.663 victories, 599 losses in Ozzie's career with the White Sox. This is one guy that he was counting on all season to produce for him. That hadn't occurred. Adam Dunn, 0 for 4 last night, hitting .167 with 11 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Matter of fact, Ozzie had some, not necessarily pointed or calling Dunn out, but making a valid point as Jared wants to talk things over with Mathis. But in talking about Adam Dunn, after signing the contract, Dunn admitted that he didn't really work out the way he probably should have going into spring training, and it kind of snowballed on him. And what Ozzie's point was, basically, the older you get, the more you have to work out and be more prepared. It happens to a lot of veteran players.
Yeah, you have to get that edge. You have to be ready to go right away in spring training. There's no excuse not to be ready, even that first spring training game.
Down and in, snap throw. Back in there is Ramirez. This is a guy you could, for years, pencil in for 35 and 100. Going to strike out, but he's also going to take some walks. Rolls this one up the line, foul. Just underneath the glove of Mark Trumbo. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Guy with power to all fields. Left center field, he's got great power. Can turn on the pitch. 1 for 3 in his career against Jared. As I recall, he had a changeup out against Jared. Definitely a guy that you could throw a fastball in at the hands against him. Kind of a longer swing now as he tries to cheat through the fastball.
One-two pitch. Off speed. Called strike 3. Down goes Don. There's out number 2.
Went upstairs in the off-speed pitch, right at the top of the strike zone. Fox Tracks shows that pitch being a strike. Don't get called too often, but it is a strike. Actually, anything out of the pitcher's hand
should be a strike.
Yeah,
in your opinion.
Speed up the game.
3rd strikeout of the night for Weaver to go with 1 walk and 1 base hit. Here's Tyler Flowers, the catcher. Just a breaking ball down and in. Flowers went 1 for 4 yesterday, had a single along with 3 punch-outs. .310 average in limited action in the big leagues. 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. This is Jared for the first time. This being the 2nd time Weaver has faced the White Sox this year. He did it back on April the 15th at U.S. Cellular Field. Picked up the win. Going 7 innings. That was his 4th start of the season.
Flowers getting a steady diet of breaking pitches from Angel pitchers. Last night you saw that from Urban Santana and Jordan Walden.
Fastball strike on the outside corner. Flowers has some words for Larry Vanover. And those words, I'm sure, will be more or less something to do with, hey, as long as Zach Stewart gets those calls. Now, what Ozzie might be yelling at Larry Vanover might be something a little bit more colorful.
Yeah, he might be saying a few other words in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're Tyler Flowers, you don't have a whole lot of time to major league level, and then umpires, especially veteran umpires, aren't real receptive of young players questioning their strike zones.
A lot of that goes on, though. A lot of different guys, limited time doing that. Times they are changing, Mark.
Well, remember how Petrano Escobar was questioning every pitch?
Yeah. A very patient hitter, that Yunel Escobar.
No question. He swings at everything. So he has a pretty good idea of the strike zone. There's no question.
Alexi Ramirez over at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes and 2 outs. Flowers takes a called strike 3. Well, if you thought that next one was a little bit off the plate, you knew if you went back out there, more than likely it's going to get rung up. 4th strikeout of the night for Weaver, still scoreless. It is a final in Texas. Boston defeating the Rangers 13-2. The final. A loss by the Angels. The Halos would remain 3.5 back. A win, they would be 2.5 back in the standings. 6 left to play against Texas. 3 this weekend, 3 the last 3 of the season here at home. Torrey Hunter takes a breaking ball from Zach Stewart for strike 1. Torrey, Trumbo, and Kendrick here in the second inning. Stewart had himself a 1-2-3 first, including a strikeout. Torrey takes a fastball for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2.
Well, Stewart doesn't mess around at all.
No.
13 pitches thrown, 10 in the strike zone so far.
Breaking pitch, chopped to short. Ramirez has it on 2 hops. Run away. September 11th, the regular season begins with a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader. First, the Falcons take on the Bears, or some will see the Eagles battle the Rams, or the Lions taking on the Buccaneers. Then, the Giants take on the Redskins in D.C., or Vikings Chargers, Seahawks 49ers, or Panthers Cardinals. Coverage begins Sunday, September 11th with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL pregame show at noon at 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for games in your area.
Want to take a deep breath?
So pretty much you can see virtually every game on Fox.
Yes.
On September the 11th. Whew. How crazy. NFL is right around the corner.
I know, it's unbelievable.
The NBA still remains dead.
Will be for some time. Yeah, there's no game being missed for a while, so there's still plenty of time to get that worked out.
Hey, your Eagles are in that September 11th coverage.
Yeah, against the Rams.
Breaking pitch is down low. 3 balls and no strikes to Mark Trumbo. 1 for 4 night last night. 260 on the year. 23 bombs, 69 runs batted in. 25 doubles, 1 triple.
And the green light, I'm sure, on for Trumbo.
3-1. Mark on the homestand, 11 for 33. Three-one pitch. Strike on the outside corner, full count.
Surprising that Mark took that 3-0 pitch. That was a pretty good pitch for him to crush. You see his reaction after he took that pitch, because he generally has the green light.
Lays off the off-speed pitch, and there's a 1-out walk. That's the one thing that Mark has done a nice job adjusting to this year as the season has progressed. Fastball type of counts, getting change-ups and breaking pitches. Tough pitch to lay off of right there.
He's done a nice job of not expanding the strike zone even when he's behind in the count at times.
Here's Howie Kendrick. 1 out, 1 on. Quick throw to first. Trumbo back in. That's down and in. Howie last night had a 2 for 3 game, including a triple. His 3rd of the season, 15th of his career, and a home run is 11th. Setting a new career high for him with the long ball. 42 RBIs now in the season. Here's the 1-0. Good action on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mentioned Zach Stewart working at a pretty good pace, not wasting a whole lot of time. And you figure that with a veteran like Mark Buehrle on this staff, that those type of things certainly rub off. It has rubbed off on John Danks, the other lefty in the rotation.
No question. You're going to get a lot more consistent plays made behind you when you work quickly. And the guy takes a lot of time in between pitches.
Hey, with Buehrle, you almost have 0 time to breathe. Very quickly. Doesn't waste a whole lot of time. Got a no decision last night, as did Irvin Santana. Buehrle going 6 innings. Irvin with 8.
Ozzie Sensen right now to Mike Scioscia puts a hit and run on often on a 2-1 count with 1 out.
Trumbo takes off. The 2-1 is cute foul. A little breaking pitch outside, 2-2.
Joey Porter there as bench coach gets right as far as a hit and run. Howie probably the best as far as putting the ball in play on the hit and run. Also, good contact hitter, can hit the ball on the ground to all spots in the infield.
No, he got him swinging for the second out. Second punch out for Stewart. Breaking pitch, it stayed up in the zone. 2 outs now. Trumbo still at first. Here's Vernon Wells. Vernon picked up a hit last night at 1 for 4. Got his 11th double with that knock. 17 home runs, 46 runs batted in. The batting average at .205. Outfield straight around against Vernon. That breaking pitch down low. I think Vernon would have had some experience against Stewart in spring training.
One of the few guys that have probably seen him. Certainly an advantage for Stewart the first time around the lineup.
2 balls, no strikes. Quick throw to first and Trumbo back. Well, Stewart's featured some pretty good Mark Gubicza type of hairdo. A little curlier than yours, but that's some good moss. Trumbo takes off and Wells picks up a hit. Mark will stop at second. And the Angels have runners at first and second base with 2 outs and Erick Aybar coming to the plate.
Well, Vernon got a good pitch to hit here. Fastball 2-0 count. A good stride. Put his hands through that baseball very well. Now ball in the hole between short and third. I knew you were going to say that, by the way.
Well, because you were thinking the exact same thing.
No, I just know you. I know you.
I'm surprised in your keys to the game you didn't say, oh, by the way, Stewart's got good moss. So Trumbo at second, Wells at first with 2 outs. Aybar at the plate. Eric had a 1 for 3 game last night. Picked up an RBI. Hitting .259 with 7 home runs at 44 runs batted in now. The RBI last night coming on a sac fly in the 4th inning, the base hit. And sparked the rally with 1 out in the 9th inning. Off Jason Frazier. 1-0. Aybar swinging through that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And when you look at the outfielders and their arm strength, Piazza very good in right. Rios strong in center. When he gets himself a good throwing position, he will challenge Pierre in left.
Fastball missing away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Little variance in the fastball velocity from Stewart so far tonight. Pretty good movement. Getting ready to throw his 32nd pitch. It's a breaking ball that ties up Aybar. 2-2.
Continues to be the pitch that Erick Aybar has a tough time with. The down and in breaking pitch. See him talking to himself, saying to lay off that pitch if he can. Obviously now with 2 strikes, it's a little different. But when you're ahead of the count, there's no reason to chase that pitch.
Yeah, he was spitting on that pitch early on. First 3 months of the season, he was laying off that pitch. 2-2. Loops this one out to shallow center field. Ramirez going now. He's not going to get it. Trumbo's going to come around to score. It's an RBI single for Erick Aybar, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead.
And most flares of the outfielder elevated pitches. Stewart, we've seen so far in this ball game, has been doing a nice job as far as working down, pitch around belt high in, and Aybar was able to flare it into the outfield for an RBI base hit.
Aybar picking up his 45th run batted in as Jeff Mathis steps to the plate with runners at first and third. Mentioned this being the first start for Jeff since Thursday, hitting 176. A couple of home runs, 17 runs batted in. Takes a fastball inside. Three catchers on the roster for Mike Scioscia: Hank Conger, Bobby Wilson, Jeff Mathis. Jeff getting the start with Weaver on the mound. And Mike basically stopping short of saying that we've got personal catchers and we're going to go with a personal catcher rotation, although it seems to favor, or he seems to favor, Bobby Wilson with Ervin Santana, at least the way Ervin has been pitching of late. Jeff Mathis with Jared Weaver.
Well, most times with Dan Herron also.
Yeah.
Tyler Chatwood, when he was here, Bobby Wilson called him quite a bit. And Hank Conger early in the season was catching Tyler Chatwood a bunch.
Two-0. Breaking ball is in there. 2-1. Vernon Wells standing at third base. Eric Ibar at first. Delayed steal. The third out from Flowers is not in time. Is still in base. And I think that was a design play. That's why Dino seemed to, after the fact, kind of put his hands on his knees, thinking once Flowers let it fly to second base, that Vernon would be taking off, but he didn't.
See their hesitation. So the baseball goes, then the delayed steal. You don't see that too often anymore in baseball. Good job as far as Art reading that and bringing that throw to second base too. That would have been a difficult throw for Beckham to throw home if Vernon decided to go try a double steal.
26th stolen base for Eric Ibar. 2 in scoring position. Stewart wants Flowers to run through the signs again. 3-1. Mathis this one out to deep left center field. This ball's hit well. Rios is going back. One hop off the fence. 2 runs will come in. Jeff Mathis with a 2 RBI double. The Halos lead us 3-0.
Boy, that's good to see out of Jeff Mathis. That has to feel good. His defense has been outstanding. We see him throw out a base runner early in this game already. But to get that base hit, big double there. Got himself in a good count. A fastball right down the heart of the plate, and he crushed it to left center field. Thought he might have got it. One hops the wall, drives in 2. See the enthusiasm too from Jeff Mathis, who's been struggling mightily to get that big hit.
18th and 19th runs batted in on the season for Jeff Mathis. 3 consecutive 2-out hits for the Angels. Back to the top of the order now with Borges at the plate. Swinging through the breaking pitch, and it's 0-1. Peter struck out looking in the first, so he's 0 for 1. One of 2 punch outs for Stewart to go with 1 walk. Double for Mathis, his 11th. Lays off the breaking pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll take a look at our Powerade rankings with Peter Borges. Second in triples with 9. Second with 13 bunt hits, pardon me. 4th with 30 infield hits. 9-game hitting streak that he's currently on. Takes a fastball for a strike.
But still, we were talking about it today, how he was able to score from first base on a base hit to left field last night. It was unbelievable for Peter Borges.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Borges. That will end the inning, but the Angels strike first. They get 3 runs on 3 2-out hits. 2 in the books. Halos lead at 3-0.
Loyalty over spoil me. I love what he said in the press conference. Somebody asked about leaving money on the table by not being a free agent after next season. He goes, I'm happy. Well, how much do I need? I'm happy here pitching for the Angels at home.
Delivers a breaking pitch down low. Leadoff man here to 30, Brent Morel. And we had that sense when we talked to him. What was it? We were in Minnesota, right? At that time?
Yeah, it was in got there to Minneapolis, as a matter of fact.
He liked it here, wanted to stay here. That was his desire. And the one thing he's always been honest about, Jared, that is, he doesn't care about the business side. He does not like the business side. He acknowledges it, knows that it's part of the game and what he has to go through, but he just wants to win. He wants the baseball. He wants to win. That's all he cares about. And he finally said, you know what, this is what I want to do. These are the numbers that I want to do it at, and I'm more than happy.
And when he talked to Scott Boras about it, he said the same thing. This is what I want to do. And Scott Boras said, hey, let's work something out. You get an opportunity to stay at home. You're very happy here pitching for the Angels. Let's work this thing out. And they were able to do so.
Three-two pitch. He walked a leadoff walk. Morel was on board a couple of times last night. Second walk issued by Weave. Fans groups of 25 or more can enjoy exciting Angels baseball for as low as $6 per seat. Make your plans to be part of the 50th anniversary celebration and book your group outing today by calling 888-796-HALO or by visiting angels.com/HALO groups. Gordon Beckham takes down and in. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Back at the second baseman. Had a 1-for-3 game yesterday. His one being a double. It was down the left field line. It was a fastball from Ervin Santana on the inside part of the plate that Beckham turned around. 238 on the season. Lifted out toward right. Torrey's under it. One away.
Well, that's the thing about Weave. He's so competitive. You walk Morel there. He was upset with himself by missing with the fastball down and away. It's right back. It's Beckham hit a lazy fly ball to right field. Hard pressed to find a guy that competes better than Jered Weaver on a daily basis.
There's Juan Pierre, the leadoff man, who had a fly ball to left field to start the game. Callaspo playing in on the grass at third base.
With Trumbo holding the base runner on, Pierre may try to bring that bunt down the first base line with him, but Weaver's been very good as far as fielding his position also, something he's worked on the last few spring trainings.
First pitch is a strike. Pierre, the league leader in infield hits and bunt hits. 39 infield hits, 17 bunt hits. Morel's got a pretty good lead at first. 0-1 driven out toward the alley in right center field. Long run for Peter Bourjos. He's going to track it down easily. And Morel heads back to first. 2 outs.
When we talk about Peter Bourjos, what he's done on the offensive side, but how many runs does he save on the defensive side? It's a great read, a great first step once again to be able to make that play look routine. He's playing him to go to hit the ball the other way. Ball was hit well by Pierre, but Peter Bourjos in position to make the play once again.
That's a ball in Chicago. It's got a chance to get out. Here at night, especially to that part of the ballpark, takes a little bit more, and or a gale force wind behind it. Alejandro De Aza, the right fielder. It's a breaking pitch a little bit high for ball one.
Well, when that baseball was first hit, I thought that had a chance of being in the alley, but Peter Bourjos ended up having to slow down to make that play.
It's the best part of watching him out at center field is from our vantage point, especially here at home. so far down, comparatively speaking, to other booths in the American League. You can kind of just find the baseball and where it's headed, and then just kind of follow that, and then you see that white dot moving across. You could tell right away if he's going to get a chance to get to the baseball or not. De Aza swinging through that one half-heartedly. It's 2-1.
Yeah, it was fun during Mike Scioscia's little presser down in the dugout before, like he does every game. Everyone was asking, do you think that Peter Bourjos is going to win the Gold Glove in center field? And he just kind of smiled at him and laughed, and he goes, what do you guys think? Well, they all asked him, well, you have a say in it also. His managers and coaches vote for that Gold Glove winner.
Pitch missing down and in. 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, unless you've all of a sudden turned into a caveman the first 4.5 months of the season, not you specifically, there's no question that Peter Bourjos deserves a Gold Glove. Strike. That's a full count. De Aza thought he had himself a walk.
And Vanover has been calling the high strike. The 3rd full count so far in the game for Jered Weaver. White Sox pretty patient so far. Not known to be a patient ball club. They're up there usually hacking.
Morel takes off the 3-2, and this was grounded past Howie Kendrick and up the alley. Bourjos over to cut it off. Morel is going to be stopped at 3rd. The throw goes to 2nd, and it's cut off. So it's a double for De Aza. And the White Sox have runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs, and Paul Konerko coming up.
It looked like Jeff Cox, the third base coach, was going to send Morel home originally, but Bourjos was able to cut that baseball off. That was hit well by De Aza. Fastball that was up. Turned on it, got it by Howie. Cut that baseball very well and got it in quickly. Well, he saw Jeff Cox, the third base coach, who's generally pretty aggressive as far as sending in would-be runs here from third base, saw that Bourjos was able to cut that angle off, not only cut it off, but come in on the baseball and force him to stop Morel at third base.
Paul Konerko's 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the first. Jered's thrown 53 pitches so far. Breaking pitches outside.
Well, you see right here, Jeff Cox is thinking about sending him home. Then all of a sudden he saw that Bourjos cut that baseball off so well, stops him at third base. The right decision.
Off-speed pitch, missing high, 2 balls and no strikes. Konerko pulls this one, and Callasmo has a goal off his glove, picks it up, fires it to first. Konerko doesn't run well. That will end the inning. Konerko limping a little bit as he crosses the bag at first. White Sox lead 2 on. We hit the bottom of the 3rd. The Angels still up 3-0. third inning. This is the play that ended the inning. A little short hop, but with Konerko running, you've got a little bit of time, no stress. Easily getting him for the third out. The runner's unable to score.
And how often do you see a guy make a great play to end inning? Leads off the inning, too.
That seldom happens in baseball.
It's unbelievable.
Halo setting up 2, 3, and 4. Callaspo, Abreu, and Hunter. Roberto Rosa foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Callaspo hit a chopper off the plate that Stewart fielded in that first inning. Threw him out, so he's 0 for 1. Stewart, by the way, threw 31 pitches in that second inning, which almost got Callaspo. At 0-2, aren't you hoping you did? The grazing of the jersey.
What you're hoping for. That's why I never was a big fan of that 0-2 pitch off the plate in. You work hard to get ahead of the count, then you hit a batter.
This one right back to Stewart for the second time. Callaspo is retired by the pitcher, and there is the first out. Fans, the Angels are now accepting season seat deposits for the 2012 season. When you place a deposit before August 31st, you'll receive the option to participate in 2011 pre-sale postseason ticket offers. For more information and to place your deposit, log on to angels.com/season seats. That's it. One out, nobody on for Bobby Abreu. Bobby grounded out. Gordon Beckham to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1.
So important for Bobby to keep his weight back, his hands deeper in the strike zone, not drifting forward. Start drive the ball the other way inside. If he makes a mistake, that's when you can turn on it.
Big curveball there for a strike.
Well, last night we seen an off-speed pitch just pulled off that baseball, missed it by a lot off the outside corner. But then on Saturday night, that big game he had, same thing. But look at the difference in his hips and his weight shift, hitting that ball hard to left center field, which we're so accustomed to seeing out of Bobby Abreu. And rolling over this one now.
Yeah. Trying to pull that fastball. Dunn has it.
Just saying there's only 2 outs.
That is out number 2.
Yes. And pulled off the baseball. Again, they're going to stay away and force Bobby to try to hit the ball the other way, but he's not doing that. When you look at Bobby's career, is so good as far as hitting the ball to left field, to left center field. When you challenge in and he's looking in, that's when he hit the ball at the right field.
Torrey swings and launches one out to deep left field. Forget about this one. Gone! Big fly for Torrey Hunter. 18th of the year. It's 4-0 Angels.
Well, I saw Torrey taking some extra batting practice in the cages below the stadium, even after batting practice today, just to try to keep that streak going. His 27th career home run against White Sox pitching.
18th of the year, 66th run batted in. And even after having his hitting streak snap, his jumbo hits him sharply toward the hole. Nice play by Ramirez to the backhand. Torrey had that hitting streak snapped on Sunday. Came back last night with a couple of hits. Picks up a knock today, and it's a big one. Towering shot to deep left field through 3. The Angels lead it 4-0. Up by the score of 4-0. Take a look at our AT&T trivia question for tonight. Chicago's Omar Vizquel, one of 4 shortstops ever with more than 5 Gold Gloves. Who are the others?
Well, Ozzy's easy.
Yep.
The other Ozzy. One in St. Louis, San Diego also.
Guy could do the flips.
He could still do them.
Yeah.
He wants a couple of his commercials. Hall of Famer for me, Omar Vizquel.
Yep. It's kind of how Jose Mesa felt after Omar wrote his book. Swinging through the fastball. There's out number 1. Hey, today's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, as well as Japan. We welcome you and thank you for your continued service. The strikeout of Rios, the 5th. Jared Weaver, the curveball drops in for a strike on Ramirez. One ball, 1 strike. Ramirez had a base hit off the end of the bat on a breaking pitch in the second inning, so he's 1 for 1. This one out toward left. Vernon coming on. 2 outs. Two outs for Adam Dunn. See the Orioles defeating the Minnesota Twins. A sad day, and the Orioles family, they lost their pitcher, longtime pitcher, broadcaster, executive Mike Flanagan, passing away today, 59 years of age. And thoughts and prayers go out to the Flanagan family as well as the Orioles baseball fans.
We just had a chance to talk to him just a few weeks ago when the Angels were in Baltimore. Always loved conversations with Flanagan.
Great guy, very
unbelievable,
quick-witted, one-liners. He's one of those guys that you're never quite sure if he was being serious. You kind of had to let it sink in for a moment.
Yeah, you had to wait a little bit.
Cy Young Award winner.
Well, you could pitch.
Yeah. Dunn pulling this one foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes. As a matter of fact, we found out before the game. Told Hawk Harrelson, longtime voice of the White Sox, his partner Steve Stone, a former Oriole himself.
He was shocked.
Had no idea.
Said he just had a conversation with about a week or so ago for about an hour.
Yeah.
Boy, he's 59 years old.
3 daughters. Dunn strikes out, swinging a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Angels still on top.
Telecast is presented by authority of the Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Angels.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 4-0 Angels. 3 runs in the second. All coming with 2 outs. And then a Torrey Hunter home run in the third inning. Howard Kendrick is 1 ball, no strikes. Kendrick, Wells, and Ibar, 6, 7, and 8. Do it for the Halos here. Gets Zach Stewart, who has 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. One ball toward the middle. Ramirez doing a nice job getting to his left. Kendrick is retiring for the second time tonight. There's out number 1. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question. More than 5 Gold Gloves at shortstop. Barry Larkin's got to be one of them, right? No? No, Mark Belanger.
Mark Belanger, former Oriole.
Yeah. Louis Aparicio. I guess Lark kind of was stymied by the fact that Ozzie was still playing.
Yeah, he was there a little bit. Lark needed to move over to the, well, then he had Vizquel in the American League too, so it was a difficult thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the shortstops for a period of time, they were so good. Especially when you look in the American League, when you had Garcia Parra, you had A-Rod, you had Jeter.
Well, that's when it evolved.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Vizquel. I mean, all 5 of those guys at one point made the All-Star team. 5 shortstops. I think Joe Torre was the manager then. He took all 5 of those guys.
Along with 19 of the 25 Yankees.
Oh, sure. Yep. There's a few Yankees. Those All-Star teams.
It is what it is. Vernon Wells 1 for 1 with a base hit and a run scored. There's a 3-1 count. That is lined toward the left field corner. That's going to go for extra bases. Vernon rounding first, heading to second. He's got himself a 1-out double.
Swing by Vernon. Backup breaking pitch in the inner half. Unable to turn on it. 1 hops the wall. His 12th double of the season. Second base hit of the ball game. Had a double last night.
There's Eric Ibar. Picked up an RBI with a base hit in shallow center field. His first time up, takes a fastball down the pipe for a strike. Eric with a single, a stolen base, an RBI, and a run scored all in that second inning. Stolen base is 26th. It's jammed here. This one's on the infield. Gordon Beckham, the second baseman, will make the catch for out number 2. Hey, one of the most affordable ways to see the Halos play is with the JetBlue Friends and Family Pack. This deal includes how many tickets, Scooby?
4.
How many hot dogs?
4.
And how many sodas?
4.
For how much?
$44.
$44. The next Friends and Family Pack game is September the 2nd against the Minnesota Twins at 7:05 p.m. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com/funpack. There it is. Here's Jeff Mathis, 1 for 1. Swinging through the fastball there. Mathis with a 2 RBI double in the second. It's the first 2 RBI game that Mathis has had at home since May the 23rd against Oakland. Count evened up on him now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Halos tonight now 2 for 4 with men in scoring position. 4 for 11. In a game and a half with a 2-game series between these 2 teams here. The 1-1. Missed inside. That's what Stewart and Flowers were doing quite a bit to Mathis, trying to pitch him, especially with off-speed stuff, on the inside part of the plate that first AB.
Kind of an odd spot to throw all-speed pitches to a right-handed batter if you're a right-handed pitcher. Because you can make a lot of mistakes on the inner half, and if it's coming in at a slower speed, you really get in trouble.
There's another breaking pitch. And it's 2-2. The double for Jeff in that second inning. His 11th of the year. Vernon takes off. The throw down from Flowers is in time, and Wells is gunned down to end the fourth inning. No runs, a hit, nobody left on for the books. The Angels lead it 4-0. Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on by El Pollo Loco. Try one of 4 new delicious flame-grilled chicken burritos. For a limited time, they're only $5 each. El Pollo Loco. Feel the Mexcellence. And by Time Warner Cable. Top of the 5th inning, the Angels with a 4-0 lead. Jared Weaver coming off a 1-2-3 inning, his first of this game. Will face the bottom third of the order. Flowers, Morel, and Beckham. Pitch missing a little bit high. Flowers struck out looking in the second, and he's 0 for 1. Jared with 6 punch outs, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. Base hit to Ramirez in the second. Double to De Aza in the third. Breaking pitch, pop the corner, and that will leave an account of 1 ball, 1 strike. One and two.
Change in speeds. Throws him a slow curveball, then throws him a slider. First pitch was a high fastball. Tremendous ability to throw whatever pitch. Now I'm going to throw a changeup here.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Flowers on the change piece. There's out number 1.
That was absolutely nasty. The changeup. He threw both pitches prior to that, curveball, slider, the same plane that drops a changeup. Flowers way out in front of that pitch. As he goes through his circle changeup, turns it over and hits the outside corner. You see how far Flowers missed that baseball by.
There's Brent Morel with 1 out, nobody on. Swinging first pitch, lofting one out to shallow center. Gorgeous coming on, makes the catch, 2 outs. Morel drew a walk in the third inning, so he's 0 for 1 with that fly ball out. 2 outs here, the 5th. Gordon Beckham, nice crowd on hand here. The Angels with an opportunity to pick up a game on Texas. Rangers defeated tonight by the Boston Red Sox 13-2. They will meet one more time tomorrow night. The Angels with the off day or travel day.
Going to the game tomorrow night?
Going to the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Negative.
It's pretty cool down there.
I'll be sitting somewhere air conditioned
Watching the game.
watching the game.
Perfect. This jacket. I mean, it's only what, 107?
Something like that. The high in Seattle next week won't even reach the lows in Texas over the weekend. As Weaver has his second 1, 2, 3 inning. It's going to be warm. Toasty. Into the bottom of the fifth, the Angels still up. Score of 4-0. Take a look at the standings in the American League West. The Halos right now at 3 back. This score holds. It'll be 2.5 back going into tomorrow. Jeff Mathis stepping in as against Stewart. Takes a strike. Jeff at the plate when Vernon Wells was thrown out trying to steal third base. Pulled foul into the seats.
Again, continue to throw off speed pitches inside. We've seen a number of clubs pitch Jeff Mathis away exclusively with fastballs.
Yeah.
Going in with the fastball now.
Mathis is the first out here in the fifth. 4th strikeout for Zach Stewart. And don't forget, Friday night, the Angels are in Texas. That's our next telecast against the Rangers. Angels live at 4:30 local time. First pitch at 5 o'clock. Dan Harris scheduled to toe the slab for the Angels. Very important 3-game series.
That's going to be a lot of fun. There's no question about it. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Hope you're tuning in. Big series. Peter Borges trying to figure out Zach Stewart. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
Keep swinging at that breaking pitch.
Yeah. Haven't seen him trying to drop one down either, or at least attempt to drop one down. Lays off of that one. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, interesting to watch Peter right there. He's just trying to tell himself to stay back, don't chase the breaking pitch. One of those things as a hitter, you either talk to yourself, do some body movements just to make sure you don't chase.
One fastball away, and it's 2-2 now. Borges with 9 extra base hits over the last 13 games. 8 home runs, 22 doubles, 9 triples on the season. This one off the end of the bat to the right side. Beckham has it. Gets rid of it quicker. Borges is retired for round number 2. Not an easy play for a second baseman with a lot of spin off the end of the bat there. And the speed of Borges going down the line.
And that's the thing. It forces you to come in on the baseball and make a quicker throw than you would normally do against most other hitters running down the line, especially right-handed batters. We're just so quick getting down the line. He's done a nice job as far as fielding his position at second this season.
To 2 outs and nobody on for Alberto Callaspo. Just hoping to hit the baseball somewhere other than the mound. 0 for 2 twice. Comebackers to Stewart.
I know a lot of times you have that approach, hit the ball back up the middle, but you try, if you can, avoid the pitcher.
0-2 on its way. It's down low. 77th pitch that Stewart has thrown tonight. 48 have been strikes. He's walked 1 guy. He's given up 5 hits. This one rolled over to Beckham at second base. Stewart has himself a 1-2-3 inning, his second of the night. 5 of the books. The Angels still on top 4-0.
After the Coors Light 6th inning, now it's time for the Coors Light freeze cam. Look at Dash go down the line. Peter Borges down the line in 4 seconds for an infield base hit. And at first base, the ball to left field. That's how quick he is around it. This is legit quick. 10 seconds going around the base and scored. Oh, the Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Coors Light.
Hey, do you think the clock was synced up with the footage? Because it looked like a lot faster than 10 seconds.
Well, he is the quickest man on earth. He's Dash.
Oh, my. Top of the 6th inning, 4-0. Halos on top. Juan Pierre, leadoff man, takes the fastball down and away. Pierre, De Aza, and Konerko against Jared Weaver. Juan Pierre 0 for 2, a couple of fly ball outs. Showing bunt. Bunts and foul. 1-1. I like that play. I like the idea there by Mathis. A lot of catchers come out quickly to try to snap at the baseball. He waited for that ball to hit a second time to see if it would spin back, because Pierre wasn't running down the line.
Exactly. That's why he's so good defensively. Those instincts.
Little flare single out to right center field, and Pierre is on board to start the 6th inning. First base runner for Chicago since that double by De Aza with 2 outs in the 3rd. Third hit of the night for Chicago. You got to pay attention to him, obviously, with his speed. 21 stolen bases, although he has been caught 13 times this year. Mathis has thrown out one guy already tonight. That was the guy at the plate back in the first. 1 ball, no strikes. This one out to shallow right field. Torrey coming on. He'll make the catch. And there is out number 1. Mentioned the Angels will be at Texas over the weekend, and that Dan Haren will be getting to start on Friday night. These are the potential matchups. Haren going up against Derek Holland, and to be determined for the Angels on Saturday and Sunday. C.J. Wilson, Colby Lewis for Texas in those games. There is a probability. I mean, if you want to go with a traditional rotation, it would set up to be Dan Haren, Jerome Williams, Ervin Santana. That's how the rotation would fall. But there has been some speculation that both Ervin, who pitched last night and threw over 115 pitches, and Jared would both be pitching on 3 days rest on Saturday and Sunday respectively. It's still to be determined.
And it really all comes down to 2 things, really: how Ervin Santana feels tomorrow when he has his side session, and of course how Jarrett responds tomorrow himself in his bullpen session.
Cute foul.
But you do notice that Jerome Williams is down in the bullpen. He pitched an outstanding game his first start.
Leads you to believe that may be the case. But like you said, I mean, it's different for you, and I know you said that you didn't mind throwing on.
I loved
3 days rest, and most sinker ballers will say that they like that fatigue to get that drop of the baseball.
Yeah, the big thing is that when you have power pitchers, though, they like to be on their regular schedule at 4 days off because they're more swing and miss type pitchers. They go upstairs with the fastball, throw a lot more breaking balls. But sinker ball pitchers, in general, feel better, or I should say, have more success when they don't feel real strong. Then they work down and have better sink on the fastball. So it really comes down to how these 2 guys feel, that being Ervin Santana and Jared Weaver. If they want to do that, I'm sure no one as competitive as they are, they'll both be wanting to go back out there on 3-day rest.
Jared in his career, at least according to numbers that I've had, has had 1 start, 0 to 3 days rest, 6 2/3. Gave up 2 runs on 7 hits. Give you Irvin's numbers here in a moment. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
My theory behind that, you have a better chance of getting a win quicker. 3-day rest, out there quicker, an opportunity to get a win, and of course, you get an opportunity to throw Haren, Santana, and Weaver against the opponent you're trying to catch. That's a pretty good position to be in.
The numbers I'm looking at right now, it says that Ervin has never had a start on 3 days rest.
And that's why that's the determining factor. How he feels tomorrow, and is he going to be in position to be able to do that?
Fly ball to shallow right center field. Howie going out. Torrey calls him off. 2 outs. So 2 outs, and Pierre still at first base for Alex Rios.
And it's not going to be a 4-man rotation the whole year. It's just that 1 turn through. And that's what we hear, speculation.
Is it surprising to you? You've been around this organization longer than I have. Is it surprising to you to hear that thought process coming from Mike?
No question. I think, you know, when you look ahead here, you can do so. With Texas losing tonight, if the Angels can hold on and win this game, it's a 2.5 game lead. It's a little different scenario. If it was a 5 or 6 game deficit, I think you have no choice but to do so. Well, Mike's always been a guy that generally, even with off days, keeps everyone in order.
Right.
Everyone 1 through 5. But you know what? You get a chance to put those 3 guys out there and they're willing to do so. Better chance to win.
0-1 to Rios, fouled back just below us. No balls, 2 strikes. You know that if you're asking Jared Weaver,
he'll go on 2-day rest.
He'll whatever. The question is that, you know, you got that honest feedback from Irvin after last night's start, thinking about going on 3 days.
And also, I mean, Irvin's a power guy, 93, 96 fastball, hard sliders, a lot of firm pitches. Jared's able to throw changeups, slow curveballs. Not quite as taxing as far as throwing everything you had is 96 miles an hour.
Rios hits this one out to left center field. The Angels had him played perfectly as Wells will make the catch. The leadoff single by Juan Pierre is stranded at first. Into the bottom of the 6th. The Angels still on top. To nothing lead. Zach Stewart has shown why the White Sox had some interest in him when they traded Edwin Jackson and Martin to get him from the Toronto Blue Jays. Nothing overpowering, but nothing really straight. A lot of breaking pitches. Works quickly. And throwing quite a few strikes, except he falls behind on Bobby Abreu.
And that's the one pitch he's trying to develop. A change-up, a different arm angle for him. He wants to stay exactly the same arm angle with his slider, his curveball, and his fastball.
This one rolled up the line. Adam Dunn has it, bobbles it for a second, and flips to Stewart. Round number 1. Bobby is 0 for 3.
Now it's time for a Coors Light cold hard blast early tonight in the 3rd inning. Torrey Hunter, the fastball inner half turns on a no-doubter. Over that 387 sign, giving him home run number 18, home run number 27 in his career against White Sox pitching. 4th home run in his last 10 ball games also.
1 for 2 night. The breaking pitch is down low, so I got a nice ovation when it went back out to right field in the top of the 4th inning from the faithful and right. Breaking pitch out towards center field. Playable for Rios as he drifts back toward the winning shot. There's out number 2. Just got underneath that breaking pitch.
Well, he had a good swing, good extension on the swing. I knew Stewart was going to think, you know what, I tried to sneak a fastball by him last time up, and he hit a home run against me. I'm going to throw some all-speed pitches so you get him out in front. Well, that didn't happen. He just missed hitting a home run to center field.
2 up and 2 down. There's Mark Trumbo, who's walked and grounded to short. He's also scored a run. 1 ball, no strikes. Stewart's retired the last 6 in a row since that double by Wells with 1 out of the 4th.
Hard.
1-1. One. Breaking pitch, chopped towards short. Ramirez has it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Stewart. 6 in the books. It's still 4-0 Angels. Angels. Jared Weaver, first start since signing the extension, has looked very, very sharp. 3 hits allowed. Looks like Jesse Crain and Matt Thornton playing along in the bullpen with Kiss Cam on the board. And why not? Why would you not? Alexi Ramirez takes a strike from Weaver. 7 punch outs for Weave, 2 walks, and those 3 hits allowed. Ramirez has 1 of them, 1 for 2 night. Foul, it's no balls, 2 strikes. This one out toward shallow center field. Borges is not going to get it. Another looping single out to the outfield. Leadoff man is on board. Introducing Fox Sports Game Connect, the ultimate online experience for fans. You can log on and take part in the most interactive forum during Angels games. You can even share your thoughts with the game broadcast. Fox Sports Game Connect now available on foxsportswest.com. Second straight inning in which the White Sox have had their leadoff man on board with a flare single.
3 of the 4 hits have been flares. Piazza was the ball that was hit hard.
Here's Adam Dunn. Nobody out. Breaking pitch, grounds one over for the shortstop position. Ibar turns it over. And that is a 5-4-3 double play. Kayaspa at the shortstop position with Ibar shifted over to the right of second base.
Number 17.
Ramirez got down about, tried to slide about 10 feet in front of the base. Had no chance to be able to break up that double play. That's a routine double play. Although not generally going to be in the box score routine looking double play, but it certainly was.
Tyler Flowers takes a strike. Had him done, by the way, 0 for 3. Flowers is 0 for 2, 2 punch outs, 1 looking, 1 swinging.
When Flowers is during this 2-game series here is throwing a lot of breaking pitches in the dirt. So Weaver has the opportunity to break the ball in the dirt or go upstairs with a fastball.
A 1-2 count. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Down goes Flowers. Strikeout number 8 for Jared Weaver. He's head to the bottom of the 7th. Still 4-0 Halos.
El Pollo Loco. Pitcher Clyde Wright, most remembered for pitching a no-hitter in 1970, but the most memorable part of that no-hitter was when he almost lost it.
Reggie Jackson hit a tremendous drive. I caught the ball as I crashed into the wall, hit the wall, and bounced off.
John Stone runs around telling everybody, I saved Clyde Wright's no-hitter. I said, well, if you'd have drove in a few more runs, I wouldn't have had to work that hard.
The Halos with 3 runs in the second, 1 in the third, lead it 4-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jared Weaver picking up his 8th strikeout to end the top of the 7th. Tyler Flowers, the 3rd time he's gone down tonight.
You talk about an unhittable pitch. That is an absolutely incredible changeup. Turns it over. The pitch before elevated a fastball, then he throws a changeup that starts middle of the plate that ends up on the ground inside.
7 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Here at the bottom of the 7th, Kendrick, Wells, and Ibar. The fastball missing inside. Howie tonight is 0 for 2. Strikeout in the second, a ground ball to short in the 4th. Chopper back up the middle. There's a leadoff base hit. First time tonight the Angels have gotten their leadoff man on board. That'll bring up Vernon.
I think Adrian Beltre of the Rangers said it best when he has faced Jared Weaver. He says, I have no idea at any time what pitch he's going to throw me. And that's the big thing. That's the difference maker for Jared Weaver and everyone else in the game. I mean, Verlander's got outstanding stuff, power stuff, but Weaver has the ability to throw any pitch he wants, same arm angle, and change his speed on all those pitches, which makes it difficult for a hitter to time.
Vernon Wells, 2 hits tonight, a single and a double. Takes the breaking pitch down low. Vernon scoring the second run in that 3-run second inning. One-0. Takes downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, whatever it is, maybe it is because he's got some sort of experience against facing Stewart or being around Stewart in Blue Jays spring training, that he looks comfortable at the plate against Stewart. There's no flinching. He looks like he's picking up the baseball well.
In spring training, before you throw in a game, a pitcher will throw batting practice to every hitter at least 2 or 3 times through. So he's obviously has a good read on what his pitches are.
Howie goes. The pitch is down low. The throw from Flowers not in time, and Howie picks up a stolen base. The Angels have a man in scoring position. 12th of the year for Kendra.
Boy, and this base was not stolen on Flowers, even though it was a high throw. It was stolen on Stewart because he didn't really pay attention to how he gets his 12th stolen base of the season.
.30 pitch. Takes a strike. Fastball is 3-1. Ibar on deck. Mathis to follow. White Sox with action at their pen. Josh Kinney is up. This one fouled back and out of play. Full count now on Wells. No runs, 4 hits, no errors, 4 left on for the White Sox. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 1 left on for the Angels. Kendrick with the leadoff single, now a stolen base, stands at second here in the 7th. With nobody out. 3-2. Breaking pitch, he lays off, and there's a walk. Second issued by Stewart tonight. It's 2 on for Ibar. Hey fans, on September the 3rd, the Angels conclude their post-game summer concert series with a performance by R&B star Ne-Yo, presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Be sure to purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com/concerts. Morel, the third baseman, in on the grass with Ibar at the plate. Swinging through that first pitch, and it's no balls and a strike. Stewart has pitched Ibar well, getting in his kitchen. The first time Ibar actually got it out to center field, it was an RBI base hit. Eventually stole the bag and scored a run. The last time up in the 4th, he popped out to Beckham. That gets through the legs of Flowers, and it trickles back to the backstop, and the runners will advance on the wild pitch.
When Flowers looked like he was going to be able to block that pitch.
Tried to backhand it.
Yeah, you got to turn the glove the other way to be able to keep that ball in front of you. Big mistake there by Flowers in the White Sox. Now it's going to force the infield in for the Sox. An opportunity for Eric Ibar to get another run across, little insurance.
1 ball, 1 strike here on Ibar. Stewart getting ready to throw his 96th pitch. The 1-1. This one pulled up the line. That's a fair ball. Headed toward the corner. 2 runs will come in. Ibar at second base with a 2 RBI double. 6-0 Angels.
Again, him his 25th double of the season, and now 45 and 46th RBI also. Jumped on that breaking pitch. Inner half, got the bat head out quicker. Didn't let it get too deep in the zone. Got the bat head out right down the first base line for a double.
That's going to be it for Zach Stewart. The first 3 guys have reached here in the 7th inning. A single, a walk, and now a double. And the young right-hander will depart. A pitching change as Josh Kinney will come on for the White Sox. We're in the 7th. The Angels on top 6-0. In on the night. Stands at second base is Josh Kinney. Takes over here in and out. Who's in, who is out? Zach Stewart done after 6+3 batters. And he was cruising for a while, except here in the 7th inning. A leadoff single to Howie Kendrick, the walk to Vernon Wells, the double to Eric Ibar chases the young right-hander.
Boy, and Kinney with his 3 innings pitched for the White Sox, 6 strikeouts so far for him.
95 pitches thrown by Stewart.
This time he got that breaking ball. This time he was able to get his hands through that pitch. Been pulling off that breaking ball, swinging over top of it. The baseball out in front and hits down the line for a double.
Josh Kinney with experience with the St. Louis Cardinals in the big leagues. A 1-0 record of .456 ERA in 45 games with the Cardinals. Shot in the offseason by the White Sox, was pitching down to AAA. They'll face Jeff Mathis here with nobody out and a man at second base. 6-0 Halos. Mathis with a 2 RBI double in the second, a strikeout in the 5th. Takes the breaking ball for a strike. Swing and a miss on the slider. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Bobby Kazuma appears to be getting ready to come in now that it's a 6-0 game. Doesn't mean that he's actually coming in, but we'll see what Mike Scioscia decides to do. Weave has gone 7 innings so far. Swing and a miss by Mathis. He goes down chasing the breaking ball, and there's out number 1. So back to the top of the order now, and Peter Bourjos stepping in. Bourjos happy that Stewart's no longer in the game. 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a ground ball to second.
See if Peter Bourjos will lay off the breaking pitch unless it's up in the strike zone here.
Swinging first pitch, hits one out to center. Rios is there. 2 outs. So it's going to be up to Alberto Callaspo to bring home Ibar from second base. The Rangers having dropped their 2nd consecutive game to the Boston Red Sox earlier tonight. The Angels, they hang on. Will be 2.5 back going into tomorrow. Travel day for the Angels. The Red Sox will be taking on Texas down in Arlington to wrap up their 4-game series. It's down low for ball 1. Andrew Miller, the left-hander, scheduled to go for Boston. Alexi Ogando scheduled to go for Texas.
Miller's throwing the ball very well. The Red Sox 5-1 mark.
1 ball, 1 strike. Former Florida Marlin, Detroit Tiger, was one of the key components in that Miguel Cabrera trade between Marlins and the Tigers.
I remember reading about Miller when he was with the Tiger organization. He was like their prize pitching prospect for a while, and you have to trade something like that to be able to get Cabrera.
University of North Carolina, right? If I remember correctly, 1st round pick. Was he a 1st overall?
I don't know if he was 1st overall, but I'm pretty sure
close.
He was a 1st round pick. That's for sure. He's got a dominant fastball.
Callaspo hitting this one out to the alley, left center field. That's going to get down. That's going to make it 7-0. Alberta with a 2-out double. Plates Ibar, and Callaspo picks up his 41st RBI.
When you look back to last night, he had that big hit in the 9th inning and got the second base on the throw in. Good swing here to left center field. Fastball down and away. A lot of times it's a fly ball to left field on that one. Tries to pull it. This time kept his hands back. Did extremely well.
Looks like Mike Scioscia has just told Jared Weaver that might be it after 7 innings, perhaps setting it up for what we were talking about earlier with the weekend pitching matchups.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
2 balls and no strikes on Abreu.
That's the beauty of Jared Weaver, just the competitor he is. He wants to finish this game off.
Yeah, I'll finish this one and go on Sunday is the mentality.
Always with him.
That one caught the inside corner. It's 2-1. Close the book on Zach Stewart. 6 innings tonight. 7 runs all earned. 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Gave up the home run to Torrey Hunter. Bobby drills one out to deep left center field. That ball's hit well. Rios giving chase, pulls up, and that's off the wall. Callaspo scores an RBI double for Bobby Abreu, makes it 8-0 Angels.
And now that's the swing we talked about early in the game. They come back to that approach like you had against Baltimore just the other day. That good compact swing the other way. Great weight shift on the baseball. Almost hit this ball out the other way. Off the wall. 23rd double of the season for Bobby Abreu.
Boy, 3rd double of the inning for the Angels. Their 5th double of the game. Here's Torrey Hunter. Slider missing outside. Torrey, the 8th man to bat here in the 7th. 1 for 3 game. That home run in the 3rd, his 18th of the year, picking up his 66th run batted in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's amazing. 1 swing of the bat by Mark Trumbo in that 4th game. A walk-off home run against the Rangers. All of a sudden, all the hitters have relaxed at the plate. Not trying to do too much. All of a sudden, you see the runs being put up. Hits.
The clean-shaven Bobby Casava. He had little people sawing things down in that beard that he was working on his chin. Torrey rolls this one foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slider missing down and away. Full count.
Well, you can see right here. In the 3rd inning, Torrey Hunter gets a fastball, hits it out. 6th inning, gets a breaking ball. Almost hit that out. Similar swings. That's when you know you're going well. 31 hits in this month alone for Torrey Hunter. Fastball, breaking ball, doesn't matter.
Slider skied out to shallow right. Deaza coming in, calls off Beckham. That will end the inning, but the Angels score 4 times here in the 7th. Through 7, the Halos on top 8-0. card for this ball game.
Hey, something just in once again. Jared Weaver, no runs in 7 innings pitched. Dominant performance, 8 punch-outs. Doing such a great job. A day after signing that big contract, and out there and perform. Eric Ibar, Jeff Mathis, a couple doubles. Of course, the Angels riding a 5-game win streak, ties the season high with an opportunity to get 6 in a row now.
Mike Scioscia congratulating Jared Weaver in the dugout as the Halos were scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Weaver with the 7 shutout frames, lowering his ERA to 2.03. He turns the ball over to Bobby Casval, pitching now in his 17th game, a 1-1 mark, and a 2.88 earned run average. Here in the 8th inning, it'll be 8-9-1. Morel, Beckham, and Pierre for Chicago. Casval last pitched on Saturday, went an inning and a third, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. Fastball missing upstairs. Morel, the third baseman, has walked and hit a fly ball to center. Bakersfield, California product. To San Luis Obispo. Takes a strike, and it's 1-1. 3rd round pick by the White Sox back in 2008. 1-1 pitch. Chopper back up the middle. Ibar to his left. Has it. Gets rid of it quickly. Goes out of the line. Fans, the next Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday, September the 2nd, when the Halos take on the Minnesota Twins. It's a 7:05 start. Be sure to purchase your tickets at the Angels Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com. 1 out, nobody on for Gordon Beckham, the second baseman. Fastball missing downstairs. Weaver's line, 7 innings, 8 punch-outs, 2 walks, no runs, 4 hits, 3 singles, 1 double. Beckham gets jabbed. This one down the right field line. Torrey, a long run over. He's not going to get it. It falls into foul territory. So the count is even at 1-1.
Looking back on that performance by Jared Weaver today, his changeup today was as good at any time this season. His changeup was excellent. Fastball, spotted it well. Good command with that pitch, but it was changeup tonight.
He battled that location a little bit early on, but got in sync, figured it out.
Yeah, at one point, but he had 55 pitches, 32 strikes, 23 out of the strike zone, which is not normal for Jared. Then all of a sudden, he kicked it in another gear once again. Went into cruise control.
One-two swing and a miss. Beckham chasing the breaking ball down. He goes for round number 2.
Bobby Casval with a great split finger fastball, also has a great slider.
Brent Lillibridge pinch hitting here for Juan Pierre in the leadoff spot. Pierre ends the night going 1 for 3. 264 average with 11 home runs and 24 runs batted in. Got a little Aaron Rowan work with that stance.
Yeah, he does. Well, Lillibridge made an unbelievable play in Yankee Stadium to preserve a win earlier this season. He's an infielder by trade, but played right field.
Good fastball, good location. It's 0-2. The Halos with 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and 4 in the seventh. 8-0 lead. Swing and a miss. Down goes Lillibridge. Bobby Casval with a 1-2-3-8, including 2 punch outs. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 8-0 Angels. Chase with over 16,000 ATMs nationwide and more on the way. Take a step forward and chase what matters. By Chrysler. Visit us at Chrysler.com or see your local dealer today. And by Shakey's, where you can get your PCM on. Text Mojo to 99000 to win a large PCM. Halo is up by the score of 8-0. We start the bottom of the 8th inning. Brent Lillibridge, who pinch hit for Juan Pierre, stays in the game. He's out in left field. There's Brent. Josh Kinney back out on the mound. He got the 3 outs in the 7th, but did give up a run of his own. One of those 4 charged to Kinney. Mark Trumbo takes a slider down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Mark tonight has drawn a walk, and he has grounded out twice to short. Trumbo fouling down with back. It's 1-1. It's like Fernando Rodney loosening in the pen for the Angels. 1-1. Trumbo gets jammed and grounds with the second. Beckham has it. Here's the first down of the inning.
Number 47, second baseman, Howie Kendrick.
So Howie Kendrick will step to the plate. Takes a fastball for a strike. Howie tonight, a strikeout, a ground out. A single and a run scored. A 1-for-3 night. He's also picked up a stolen base. There's Fernando. This one rolled foul. And it's 1-2. Mike Trout's come out to the on-deck circle. He'll be pinch hitting for Vernon Wells. There's how he went around the breaking pitch. There's out number 2. Hi, fans, you can still take the Angels with you this season by subscribing to MLB.TV today to see every Angels game live or on demand on your computer as well as your favorite devices. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. A nice round of applause by the Angels faithful as Mike Trout is introduced here. Vernon Wells, by the way, reached in all 3 plate appearances. 2 for 2, a single, a double, and a walk. Scored twice. Trout looks for a strike. Mike figures to get some playing time in Texas over the weekend, especially with the 2 left-handers
A
going.
lot of left-handed pitching for Texas.
Slider, that's a base at the left. A 2-out knock for Mike Trout. Tenth hit of the night for the Angels. There's Vernon.
Couple hits.
Yeah.
2 good at bats. Worked the walk also.
Eric Ibar fouls the first pitch off, and it snowballs at a strike. Ibar with a couple of hits. 2 for 3, a single and a double. 3 runs batted in for Eric. If Ibar gets on board, Russell Branyan get an opportunity to swing lumber. One and 2. That breaking pitch caught the corner. There's the 1-2. Ibar rolls it foul. That's for ricocheting into the seats.
Well, we hope everyone's all right. That was a tough pop right into the stands.
Yeah. Putting on a brave face.
Say no problem.
Another 1-2. Goes off the break pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Angels last night with 12 hits. Tonight with 10. Five consecutive games for the Angels with 10 or more hits. This one rolled softly towards second base. Beckham has it. That will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. The man left on. We head to the 9th. Looks like Fernando Rodney is going to come on with an 8-0 lead. 8-0 lead as Mike Trout stays in the game. He will be out at left field. New pitcher on the mound. Fernando Rodney comes into the game. Placing Bobby Caswell, had a 1, 2, 3, 8th inning, including a couple of strikeouts. Halos looking for their 71st victory of the season. Pick up a full game on the Texas Rangers, who lost to Boston earlier tonight. So with the potential of going into that Friday series in Texas, either 2 back or 3 back, depending on what Texas does against the Red Sox tomorrow. Piazza takes a strike.
So when you lose the first 3 games at the homestand against the Rangers, all of a sudden one swing, a 2-game shift on that one swing by Trumbo in the bottom of the 9th inning, scoring Torrey Hunter in himself a 2-run homer, and all of a sudden the offense has come around. The pitching continues to throw the ball well, including Jerome Williams did an outstanding job against Baltimore. A chance of the 6th straight victory, the first time this season. And you get to face the Rangers in Texas this weekend.
Piazza goes down swinging on the off-speed pitch. There's out number 1.
A great changeup. Bottom line for Fernando Rodney, you don't have to overthrow any of your pitches. You got a very good fastball, firm fastball, an unhittable changeup, but you have to get ahead of the count to be able to utilize the changeup.
Donnie Lucy pitch hitting here for Paul Konerko. Fernando misses down low with a fastball. Lucy, a product from Escondido at the Fallbrook High School, Stanford University. 2nd round pick by the Sox in 04. Grinding delivers a strike, 2-1. Konerko ends tonight going 0 for 3. Two balls, 2 strikes.
When you look back at this game, the offense has certainly did a great job. But back in the 3rd inning, when Konerko hit that ball to 3rd base, Callaspo made a nice play. It was 2nd and 3rd. Point just a 3-0 lead for the Halos, but he's able to make that play to get through the inning.
Broken bat base hit to right field. And Lucy has just picked up his first major league hit.
Number 51, center fielder Alex
Look at the long line here, 9th career hit for Lucy. Rios looks at the off-speed pitch. Rodney's been working a lot of the change-ups of late. Rios 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to left. Fernando last worked 1/3 of an inning in Saturday's game against Baltimore. Back-to-back games for him Friday and Saturday. Jared Weaver in line for his 15th win of the season. Rios hits one in the air to shallow left. Mike Trout moving over. 2 outs. Lucy works back to first. So 2 outs and a man on. Alexi Ramirez standing between the Angels and their 71st victory. Their first 6-game winning streak of the season. Fastball down low. Alexi Ramirez, a couple of hits tonight. Both coming off Jared Weaver. Ended up going 2 for 3. Weaver getting some run support early in the game as the Angels dropped a 3 spot in the second. Check swing, slow roller. Rodney picks it up barehanded, fires it to first. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up the 2-game sweep of the White Sox tonight. The final 8-0.
And Jared picks his 15th win of the season. The offense once again double figures in hits. 8 runs. Torrey Hunter hit home run number 18 on the season. But again, it says good at bats, even at the bottom part of the lineup. Eric Aybar and Jeff Mathis both came through with clutch doubles to expand the lead and allow the club to be able to win its 6th straight ball game as they head down to Texas for that big 3-game showdown.
A lot of heroes in tonight's game. Jared Weaver picks up his 15th win. Zach Stewart takes the loss. He falls to 1-3. The Angels shut out the White Sox by the final of 8-0. We'll talk to one of those heroes, Jeff Mathis, as Angels Live is coming up next.